Topping the headlines, today begins the trial for the man accused of a string of murders in our area. Authorities call in the feds to help nab a suspected fugitive wanted for brutally stabbing his ex-girlfriend. And if you're wondering when debris left by Hurricane Irene will be picked up, you're not alone. We'll have the latest on the cleanup in Rocky Mount. I'm Marie Torres. These stories and more coming up on your NewsBreak briefing.
From WHIG-TV, this is NewsBreak 31. Now, here's Marie Torres.
Hello, and thanks for tuning in to WHIG-TV NewsBreak. We're briefing you on news going on in the community. Today begins the trial for the man accused of a string of murders in our area. Monday, 31-year-old Antoine Maurice Pittman will stand before a Bertie County judge for the first-degree murder of 28-year-old Tara Shanice Nicholson, whose remains were found in March 2009 in rural Edgecombe County. Pittman's case will be heard in Windsor after being moved from Edgecombe County because it's a high-profile case. Besides Nicholson's murder, authorities believe Pittman was linked to the deaths of 8 other women who all had similar backgrounds, African-American, and believed drug activity or prostitution. The victims' age range from late 20s to 50. Pittman's case made national headlines over the last 2 years, and he has even been labeled as a serial killer. Much scrutiny came from public figures stating more women could have been saved if officials took notice in the earlier cases of disappearances. Some say race was a factor in the alleged lax investigation. In 5 years' time, all of the women's bodies were located in rural areas where Pittman either lived or worked throughout his life. Pittman's trial was originally scheduled for May 2010, but prosecutors and defense asked for the trial to be delayed as they were still reviewing evidence and receiving information from investigators. Pittman is pleading not guilty in Nicholson's murder. A man wanted for murder is finally behind bars. According to Rocky Mount Police, 25-year-old Terrell Antoine Powell was arrested Friday morning in North Charleston, South Carolina. Rocky Mount PD says Powell was picked up at Raceway gas station by North Charleston Police. Powell is charged with the first-degree murder of 30-year-old Anthony Corta Cooper on September 2nd. Police say Powell gunned down Cooper as he exited neighborhood grocery on 701 Myrtle Avenue in Rocky Mount. Cooper died at Pitt Memorial Hospital. The two acquaintances were believed to be involved in an altercation earlier that day. Powell is being held without bond and is currently awaiting extradition back to our area. And authorities call in the feds to help nab a suspected fugitive wanted for brutally stabbing his ex-girlfriend. Just days after the assault, police say they've detained 37-year-old Keith Lamont Bershin in Wilmington. In the wee hours last Monday morning, the suspect's 37-year-old ex alleged he forcibly entered her home on South Gray Street, argued with her, then stabbed her multiple times before fleeing. She was airlifted to Pitt Memorial Hospital and is currently in stable condition. Wanted in Rocky Mount, Bershin was taken down with the help of Wilmington Police and the U.S. Marshals Service Task Force on Thursday. Powell is charged with assault with a deadly weapon with the intent to kill, inflicting serious injury. He is currently being held at the new Hanover County Jail under a $150,000 secured bond. And in other news, this week the city will continue to host a series of town hall meetings held this Thursday, September 29th. The meeting will target the 7th Ward of Councilwoman Chris Miller. The focus of the town hall will be on current road conditions in Rocky Mount, how roads are slated for repair, and community code enforcement. City officials say an update on storm debris collection will also be shared. All are invited to attend. It will be held at Church on the Rise, located at 3520 Bishop Road, beginning at 6 p.m. When we return on your NewsBreak briefing, an update on debris cleanup in Rocky Mount. We'll be right back. When it's happening to you, you'll hear from us. WHIG TV Newsbreak is reporting on the news, issues, and stories that matter to you. Call us at 252-885-1814. Email us at marie.whigtv@gmail.com or check us streaming live at whigtv.com. We're your voice, ready to bring you the news.
The Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We're filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The Business Center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donna Chavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the Country Inn & Suites, Rocky Mount.
Welcome back to your Newsbreak briefing. I'm Marie Torres. If you're wondering when debris left by Hurricane Irene will be picked up, you're not alone. To get an update on this process, we recently paid a visit to Public Works Director for the City of Rocky Mount, Jonathan Boone.
Okay. My name is Jonathan Boone. I'm the Public Works Director with the City of Rocky Mount. And as far as our ongoing debris collection efforts, we're currently still working on our first pass. We've got the city broken up into about 33 zones, and we have cleared 13 of those zones. And those are the zones based on our preliminary assessment, which was conducted about 3 days after the hurricane hit, were had the most damage in terms of vegetation on the ground. So we've cleared 13 of those, and I would estimate we're probably about 60% done with our first pass. We have gotten some calls from residents wanting to know, putting material out behind us, are we coming back through? That's really a call that the city will have to make in conjunction with representatives from FEMA, because there are federal funds that are being used to pay for this cleanup. I would anticipate we're at least going to have 2 passes, so for those residents who've already been in your neighborhood and you didn't have all your material out at the street yet, I would say you're going to have at least one more opportunity, and we'll be disseminating some information, try to give you some idea of when that'll happen based on when we see our crews wrapping up, or the contractor rather, wrapping up on this first pass. But again, we're about 60% complete, and to date we've collected about 100,000 yards worth of material. And the operation we're using now, the first 6 days of the cleanup, we're actually having to take our material to the landfill. So the closest landfill to us is about 20 miles, and that's the Nash County landfill, and the Edgecombe County landfill is 24 miles. So we had the operator spending quite a bit of time over the road hauling debris. But starting on Tuesday, the 13th of September, we started with a temporary staging site closer here into town, and that about doubled our production. And what that allowed us to do is the operators to collect the material, take it to a central location, unload it. We're having the contractor process that material, chip it up into small pieces, wood chips, and now we're starting the process of hauling those wood chips to the landfill. But again, that's about doubled our production, so we're moving a lot quicker. Obviously, we're not probably moving as quick as some folks would like, and certainly we would like. We'd like for all this material to be gone, because we want to put this event behind us. But we've got the contractor working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, and again, to date, we've collected about 100,000 yards worth of material.
We'll have more on the debris cleanup tomorrow. And FEMA says it's not too late to still get aid. Thus far, the Federal Emergency Management Agency says they've helped more than 25,000 households recovering from Hurricane Irene. In a recent statement, FEMA representatives said more may be eligible for disaster assistance. They say some of the things people with disaster-related losses need to know is that applying for help from the American Red Cross or other volunteer organizations isn't the same as as registering with FEMA. You must register with FEMA to be eligible for state and federal disaster assistance. And registering with FEMA takes about 20 minutes. The agency says anyone in the designated counties with disaster-related losses can register for disaster assistance by calling 800-621-3362, by going online to www.disasterassistance.gov, or by using a tablet or smartphone at m.fema.gov. After the break, updates in sports and weather. Don't go anywhere. We're your news team, bringing it home to you with meteorologist Fred Holdsworth, anchor Marie Torres, sports reporter Edward Green, and Matt Havitt, our studio guy. WHIG TV Newsbreak, your voice in the community.
The Country Inn & Suites is your home away from home with a staff that always treats you as family. If you or your church or company has visitors, give them a great Rocky Mount welcome with a special discount on their overnight or extended stay. Not only is the Country Inn & Suites a comfortable place, we'll spoil them with fresh cookies and complimentary breakfast. We are filled with luxuries like an indoor pool, fitness center, and a guest laundry. The business center includes a boardroom, connection to high-speed internet, and catering for meetings is always available. Call me, Donna Chavis, at 252-442-0500 for a tour and or to set up your corporate rate. You're always welcome as family in the Country Inn & Suites, Rocky Mount.
Thanks for staying with us. Let's now turn to WHIG TV weather with meteorologist Fred Holdsworth. Fred?
Well, another soggy weekend behind us, and as we go towards the middle of the week, we'll see a change as a couple of cold fronts are going to come through and give us a change in temperature and in general weather conditions, as we'll see sunny skies from Thursday on into the weekend, and I think that will be a welcome change for everyone. We'll see two cold fronts come through, one on Wednesday, one on Friday. The second one will bring the cooler temperatures, so by the weekend we'll see temperatures in the upper 60s for highs, and that will be about 15 degrees difference from what we're going to see the first of this week. So we'll see some showers and thunderstorms on through Wednesday, and then a change comes on Thursday. Well, on our weather map this morning, we see that there are showers and thunderstorms from Florida all the way up through the New England states, and then as we go into central North Carolina, that changes over to a chance of rain, and that rain chance goes through the upper Midwest. Then crossing the Mississippi River, we see just a few scattered areas of rain in the Intermountain region, and high pressure in control. That high pressure centered over Colorado this morning and later on into this afternoon. Well, let's take a look at our forecast for the remainder of the week. For today, cloudy with a chance of showers and thunderstorms, high of 83, south wind at 6. Tonight, chance of showers and thunderstorms with a low of 68, south wind at 5. Tuesday, chance of showers and thunderstorms continues with a high of 84 and the south wind around 8 miles per hour. Tuesday night, continuing chance of showers and thunderstorms with a low of 65. Wednesday, chance of showers and thunderstorms again with a high of 85 and a south wind around 6. That chance of showers and thunderstorms continues for Wednesday night with a low of 64. And then we get to Thursday with a sunny sky, a high of 82, Clear sky on Thursday night with a low of 58. Sunny again on Friday with a high of 82, and then that cold front comes through and we see our upper temperatures for Saturday around the upper 60s. Yesterday's high 74, our low this morning 68, 3/100ths of an inch of rain during the past 24 hours, 61/100ths of an inch of rain during the past weekend. The U.S. extremes for yesterday, the highest temperature was 109 in Killeen, Texas, and the low was 24 degrees in Wisdom, Montana. The most rain reported yesterday across the lower 48, 3.27 inches at Paducah, Kentucky. And that's a look at your Rocky Mount and local weather right up to now.
Thank you, Fred. And with our sports update, here's the latest with sports reporter Edward Green.
With your WHIG-TV sports update, this is Edward Green. Well, it was another crazy weekend of weather as several of our area games were postponed. Our Freedom Credit Union Game of the Week featuring Northern Nash and Tarboro will be played tonight at 7 o'clock in Tarboro, as well as Southwest Edgecombe against Farmville Central. Though one of those teams will be looking to pick up their first win of the season. As for games that did get played this past Friday, North Edgecombe lost a tight one to Northampton West 22-16. It's the Warriors' first loss of the season in conference and puts them at 1-1 overall in conference play. Moving on now to the latest in Major League Baseball, and in the American League, all of the division leaders have clinched their spots. The New York Yankees have clinched the American League East, with the Detroit Tigers taking the Central and the Texas Rangers taking the West. The wild card is a very close race, with the Boston Red Sox lead down to 1 game over the Tampa Bay Rays. The LA Angels are still in it, but are 3 games back and will need a lot of help to make it. Another race to look out for is the race for the second best record between Detroit and Texas, as it'll look like whoever finishes with the better record of those two teams will be facing off the wild card, while the loser will be playing the Yankees. Over in the National League, Philadelphia still has the best record at 99-60. They've clinched the division. Also clinching their division in the Central are the Milwaukee Brewers, 94-65. And in the NL West, it was the Arizona Diamondbacks winning after losing 97 games last year. The wild card race again is tight, with the Atlanta Braves leading the St. Louis Cardinals by just 1 game, with 3 games left to play in the season. Also, just like in the American League, the race for second best record is still on, with Milwaukee ahead of Arizona by just 1 game. Now, it could not matter if St. Louis ends up winning the wild card, but if the Braves take it, the loser between Milwaukee and Arizona will be playing the Phillies. And that's your WHIG-TV sports update. Now back to you.
Thank you, Edward. This has been your NewsBreak briefing. Join us again tomorrow for our live news at noon. For WHIG-TV, I'm Marie Torres. Have a great day.